Thanks for clicking on the link. My name's Andrew and I work at a company called Action Your Potential. We want to bring the neuroscience revolution to your primary school or early years setting. We have been around since 2018. We're growing rapidly. There are now 7 of us in the company. Here are some of us. Some of us are in the process of still being onboarded. My name's Andrew and I'm the Chief Executive and generating all the IP, working with, as we are, 150 different schools, lots of primaries, lots of secondaries, lots of post-16. And this video is to walk you through what you get as a primary school if you sign up to the Build a NeuroNinja program. So there's Angela and Darren and Sam and Ian, and there's also Hannah and Debbie in the company as well. And we are expanding rapidly. Our mission is to change the conversation about learning, about mental health, and upskill everyone in terms of becoming a neuro ninja. Do follow us on social media. We've got a social media presence where we're trying to educate everyone about the 3 strands that we teach people about: well-being, mind management, and unleashing learning. What we say to all of our clients, we'll say this to your parents. We work with your parents, your children directly in workshops, in one-to-one coaching sessions, and through videos. You've got everything you need at the top of your neck. A human brain with its needs met and the right daily behaviors is unstoppable. And we want to unleash that in everyone. We are, as we all know in education and in wider society, living through a well-being crisis at the moment, particularly in relation to young people, particularly in relation to coming out of the pandemic. We've got a whole issue around anxiety. We've got lots of issues around mental health. We've got lots of issues around unmet needs. We've got lots of issues around situations where students with special educational needs are really struggling. And our resource is designed to help everyone understand their brain and, crucially, how to change themselves with support and how to grow and develop. So it's called Build a NeuroNinja, and there's lots of resource available for a ridiculously cheap price. We know how much money primary schools have not got. So the whole package for a school under 300 students is $2,500 plus VAT, and for that you get an awful lot. So we will teach your children, your parents and your staff about the human brain. We will teach it through 3 strands: well-being strand, mind management strand, and unleashing learning. Well-being is all about the daily behaviors that support us to be the best version of ourselves in our brain. Mind management is all about managing the brain's negative biases, and unleashing learning is obvious. It's about supporting everyone to grow and develop incredible learning capacities. And we can support your teachers to use neuroscience to develop their pedagogy as well. We can change your world. We can support your community, and you'll get a sense how passionate I am about this. So the wellbeing strand is divided into 2 NeuroNinja skills: do your rocks, which are the 12 rocks of wellbeing, and manage emotions. These are the 12 rocks of wellbeing. This is a poster that is part of the resources that we support you with. You can put these posters up all around your school. You can share this information with your children. There's lots of assemblies, there's lots of videos, there's lots of activities, there's lots of workshops, there's lots of webinars for parents. Managing emotions is all about being aware of, noticing and talking about our emotions every day. Then we're into mind management. That's about the dark cellar of the brain, as we call it. The worry system in the brain, how to build calm, how to choose growth and bounce back from setbacks. So here are the posters for these skills. Skill number 3, managing worries. Skill number 4, building calm. Skill number 5, choosing growth. And skill number 6, bouncing back from setbacks. And then strand 3, unleashing learning. Do your leaps. Practice makes progress. Little and often learning, and planning your day and your learning. So Leaps in Learning looks at cognitive science and offers children and teachers and parents lots of information about daily behaviours that will support retention, memory and motivation. Practice Make Progress unpacks the process of how you build deliberate practice into your day, inside and outside school, to improve progress. Little and Often Learning looks at areas where you might be struggling and how you might design practice to support that. And Planning Learning annual day is all about how you manage your incredible brain to get stuff done. Behind the scenes, you have got access to the NeuroNinja Learning Hub. Minutes and hours of content divided into 4 or 5 minute short videos for early years and primary school that tell that story of the brain through those 3 strands. Currently there's about 50 individual videos, but we're building videos at the rate of around 36 videos a year for primary key stage 2 and 36 videos a year for early years. You'll get access to those. Each video will have information about where to put it. We would suggest that you have the videos once a week in particular lessons. You might have it in PSHE, you might have it in RSHE. What we do is unique. We take well-being, mind management and unleashing learning together. You're not going to unleash learning, we know this as teachers, unless you link well-being and mind management together. And we are passionate about closing the gap. This is unique. This is about the whole brain of the whole child for the whole day. It's about well-being, it's about mind management, it's about including parents and engaging parents in this stuff as well. It's about people understanding that we're all on a spectrum of mental health. We can have days where we're healthy and thriving, and we can have days when we're struggling. And there are behaviours that can move us back into the green, and there are skills we can develop to support us, metacognitive skills. These psychosocial forces affect all of us, the quality of the goals fueling our actions, the people we surround ourselves with, the daily behaviours and habits we practice, the conversations we engage with. And we introduce children to the idea of the temporal self. Your future you depends on what your present you does, and your remembered you is all the things you learn and develop as you go along, which are accessible if you learn them well. So we teach children about this journey inside the brain, and that these 3 versions of ourselves are running live in our lives. Not only do we teach you about your brain, but we teach you how to change your brain. These NeuroNinja change terms. A net is a group of behaviours that will move you in a positive direction. A thread is an individual behaviour, and a daily life experiment is what all of us should be engaged in as we change our brains. Here is a net to build great sleep. If you engage in each of these behaviours over several weeks, you will improve your sleep. You won't necessarily have to do all of them, but focusing on particular individual examples will support you to change your brain. There's lots of resources on the hub that explain all this stuff to parents, and you can build great sleep as a family. You can build back better from anxiety as a family. Ofsted are interested in our work. Our wellbeing programme has provided a trust that we supported with excellent support for wellbeing for staff, students and parents. A really impressive and impactful investment in the whole community's mental health and wellbeing, said Ofsted. We turn this process into incremental change. So brains change incrementally, iteratively, and we need to be involved. We need near goals, stuff we're doing today to change our brain. Where are we headed, and what will it look like in 6 months? So what do you get as a primary school or an early years setting? You get 3 strands, 1 mission. You get us for the whole year. You get us teaching these skills through videos, through workshops, and it works at 3 levels across 3 audiences in your community. Teachers and staff and governors, 1 audience. Children, a different audience. Parents and carers, a different audience. And throughout, we have got access and support for all of you in relation to one-to-one coaching for students in the evenings and the late afternoons, and for any staff that want to develop any of the behaviours that we're talking about. That might be pedagogy and developing their skills in the classroom in relation to neuroscience. It might be about their own wellbeing behaviours as well. So tier 1 is intensive, individualised and bespoke support. That is 5 one-to-one coaching sessions for 10 students over the course of a term, and that is focused on building confidence in learning. That might be focused on managing anxiety. That might be supporting a parent. It's personalised expert coaching for students to develop behaviours that enhance well-being, mind management, learning and remembering. There's also support, one-to-one support for parents and carers of those students, and there's one-to-one wellbeing and mind management coaching for staff. Tier 2 is about group and team support. We will come into school at least 3 times during the course of the year and run workshops for students. These workshops tend to be half an hour to 45 minutes per class, and we can roll through a class in an hour or so and then move on to the next class. So in a morning we might do your whole school. We'll focus on managing change. That's looking at how the brain's worry system responds to change and supporting students to manage their worry system. We'll be looking at how to build memory and daily behaviours that support learning, and we'll be looking at how to build attention and focus, particularly around reading. There are 54 webinars throughout the year, masterclasses for parents on supporting your child to be a study hero and how to develop their learning, supporting your child to manage anxiety. There are additional webinars supporting students on the SEND register, supporting those parents as well. There's webinars on sleep, there's webinars on managing social media, there's webinars on emotion, there's webinars on any aspect of living in a brain, motivation, mood. And then finally, for the whole community, you've got videos for students, you've got the NeuroNinja Learning Hub with all the webinars, all the resources, all the support, all the coaching resources for parents and carers, as well as the videos, and you've got lots of support and training for staff as well. There's a whole training resource around wellbeing for your staff. As part of the work, we'll introduce students and families to ideas around cognitive distortions, what they are in the brain, how to manage cognitive distortions. We'll introduce them to the worry to solution flowchart, how to turn a worry into a problem, and then how to begin to come up with solutions for that situation. A total solution for the whole school. You've got 3 strands, you've got 3 tiers, you've got one-to-one support for students, that's 50 sessions for students, you've got support for parents, you've got workshops for parents and workshops for students, and you've got resources and one-to-one coaching for your staff. What are you waiting for? Great wellbeing behaviours plus excellent mind management goes to outstanding learning and progress. We're really looking forward to working with you.